team broadcasting, they have Lonely Hearts Cafe. That's also on Spreaker. So Spreaker.com, Spreaker.com, you can go check out all the shows, but I meant to say X Squad Affiliates.com. Also, my man P-Funk, he's also got some great mixes out there. So we're still going on live right now during the draft. Draft is still going on, man. We still got my man TJ Logan, hasn't been drafted yet. We still have, I believe, Nathan Peterman. I believe his name is Nathan Peterman, a quarterback. Still got him out there. So a lot of things still going down. Like I said, we'll have my man coming on the show, Mike Truth, basketball insider. He should be calling in here any second now. We got to break down. We got to talk about these playoffs. Got to talk about what's going on from A to Z. And here he is, Mike Truth in the building. What's going on?
Mike Truth is in the building, Ben. Man, I can't wait to talk about these playoffs. BS3 sports fans, man, it's been too long. Let's get it in, Ben.
Yeah, let's do it. All right, man. So looks like we almost got this second round solidified here. We do have a Game 7 going to be coming on tomorrow, Jazz versus Clippers. To me, I thought this was a clear-cut Clippers win. I thought they're going to get over the hump this year. Who knows? They may do it this year. And bam, guess what happens? Blake Griffin gets injured. And to me, that's going to kill their playoff hopes. I got the Jazz in Game 7. Let's talk about this Jazz versus Clippers first. What's your thoughts?
I mean, we've talked about it weeks after weeks. I continue to tell you, it's the Clippers. That's all you have to say. They do this every single year. Every single year. Blake's get hurt. CP3 can't produce in the playoffs, man. It's the same thing every single year. But this time, I think the grave is already dug. It's over for the Clippers. Not even just this year. I think they have to blow it up. It has to happen. Blake Griffin is hurt again. He's due for big-time deal this offseason. Clippers should not renew. He's the same player that we seen 3 years ago. He's a great dunker, highlight player. Never has become the elite player we thought he would be. CP3, we all said it time and time again. He's been the greatest regular season point guard probably in the last 5 years. But in the playoffs, he always comes up short. I mean, he does the State Farm commercials for a reason. He needs them. He needs them to save his career. He absolutely does. I love him, but that's just what it is. And I'm in love with the Utah Jazz, man. Rodney Hood is my guy. I'm from Memphis, of course. You know, he's from the Mississippi area. Great game. They're doing it right. They have incredible young talent, and they signed 2 big-time veterans in Joe Johnson and George Hill in the offseason, and it's proven to be correct. Joe Johnson is looking like he's found the fountain of youth. He's playing like the guy in Arkansas all those years ago. And like you said, I think they'll win Game 7 and move on to those mighty Warriors, baby.
ISO Joe. Never doubt ISO Joe in the playoffs.
Never doubt him.
All right, so that series with the Warriors, whoever wins, and clearly we're both on the same page with the Jazz, but when you come up against the Warriors, I don't think the Jazz or the Clippers would have a chance. You got a four-headed monster that is healthy and firing on all cylinders. They've been chilling for about a week, it seems like. I don't know how long it's been, but they've been chilling for a while. So that series, to me, I'm going to say it's going to be a sweep. I'm going to go ahead and say it right now. I think whoever comes out of that 4th or 5th is going to be a sweep.
Man, the only thing Golden State has to worry about is the rest. I hear Draymond is at Michigan State having pajama parties and all this, man. He's relaxing, man. That's the only thing. If they have any kind of rust, I think they'll lose one game, maybe. Other than that, Utah just they don't have the firepower to compete with them. Offensively, they're rolling. KD doesn't have to play, and they're still winning by 15. But the difference in between these, regular teams and Golden State is on the defensive end. They're holding teams to 80-plus points. that's just not going to get it against them. You have to score with them. You know what I mean? And they're leading the league in steals. They're top 5 in blocks. People don't realize that. They just see the highlights on SportsCenter, but it's more to it. Everyone talks bad about JaVale McGee. But listen, the guy is getting it done, man. He's blocking shots, and he's a 7-footer, a mobile 7-footer. So he controls the paint when people try to score inside. So I just think right now they're rolling on all cylinders. Utah might win one game, but no, it's definitely going to be an easy series for Golden State.
Yeah, my man, enough with the BS podcast. I believe that's Tyler. He says Utah won't win a game, and I completely agree.
Wow.
Yeah, Antonio Wilborn says his picks, people say his picks were stupid, but he's been on point. He said he got one wrong, yet as long as the Clippers win. Well, Antonio, I'm gonna go and tell you now the Clippers aren't going to win, so looks like you may have 2 wrong. But all right, the Spurs versus the Rockets. This is going to be, I think, a fun series to watch. Obviously, Westbrook's bullheadedness and triple-double-ness, that's not a word, but it did not prevail. Him versus Patrick Beverly, let's back up for a minute. Him versus Patrick Beverly was like must-watch battle between the two of them.
Man, pay-per-view.
Pay-per-view, yeah. If you had a fight between them two, I would probably pay to watch that.
I would.
But I think, to me, and I had to make a note of this because I had to say this on the show. To me, Russell Westbrook is the Kanye of the NBA. He plays well. He is a great player, but he does some of the dumbest things ever. You know, they're going through a little battle, and him and Patrick Beverly are going back and forth. And Westbrook makes this face at him like, I'm not moving, like he's like 5 years old. And then he says, yo mama, like, what is the deal with this dude? So I know I kind of said a lot, but talk a little bit about the Rockets versus the Spurs, and also the Rockets versus the Thunder that just ended.
Yeah, man, we talked about this last series as well. Patrick Beverly, he does all of this for a reason. This is the reason he's in the NBA. He gets under the greatest player's skin. This is what he does. When they had their little altercation, man, I had my popcorn ready. It was amazing. Every time you turn on the TV, he's in his face. He's making him spend all his energy on offensive end, and that's what got to Westbrook. And he's going to do the same thing in this series against Tony Parker. I love Houston. I love their mentality on offense. D'Antoni has brought something different to the table. Put the ball in Harden's hand and let him create. That's exactly what their offense is. And they put perimeter 3-point shooters around him. Lou Williams, he's my pick for 6th man of the year. They have Eric Gordon, Ryan Anderson, Trevor Ariza, all great 3-point shooters, and they just let Harden go to the rack, and you cannot stop it. The only thing I didn't like about the OKC series was Harden did so much to show he was the MVP. He does not have to do that in this series. San Antonio, yeah, they're older, but they're still highly coached. Popovich knows exactly the tools to put in front of Harden to slow him down. Tony Parker is really getting up there in age, but Kawhi Leonard has taken over the scoring load. And I think it's going to be a great series, like you said. But I just think Houston, at the end of the day, will get it done. It's going to be, I probably think 6 games, maybe, even 7.
Okay. Oh, okay. I wasn't expecting to hear that with the great mind of Popovich. But
yeah.
I don't know, man. Eric Gordon is that 3 threat that people can't seem to guard. Also, Nene has found that was an interesting comment. Found the fountain of youth. And I think with him and his play, all you need him to do is get boards and make and dunk down low, play good on the block, and I think he's going to be able to do that. And who knows, the Spurs, it may be the end of the road for the Spurs. Man, I think this is going to go 7. I know I said the Rockets and the Thunder was going to go 7. That didn't work out, but bearing injury, I think this will go 7. And I think I might have to give it to the Spurs. I think Popovich.
Oh man!
I think Popovich's mind is going to be better then D'Antoni, and we all know this is the Suns of old, where it's all offense, not that much defense. And Popovich, I think, is gonna come up with a game plan that's gonna be better than the Rockets. So we'll see.
I mean, I agree with you. Popovich, he's the key to always making adjustments. No other coach in the game makes adjustments. I just think, man, that offensive head of Harden, he's so tough to guard. And then they have the perimeter three-point shooters always are making threes. I think it's the same thing as Golden State. If they miss, then yeah, they can lose. But we haven't seen it all year. You know what I mean? And I just think it won't run out this series.
All right, we'll see. Antonio Wilborn says Houston. Sound like he's saying he got Houston. Are you guys serious? Laugh out loud. They are a joke. Spurs are gonna show them up. Houston is gonna be the new Clippers. Laugh out loud. Okay.
Wow.
that was a good comment right there. All right, let's move over to the East right here. We already got the second round already solidified. Man, I know Atlanta lost, but I got to talk about for a quick moment Dennis Schroeder.
Wow.
I was very, very down on the Hawks letting Jeff Teague go, but obviously they knew what they had in Schroeder, and Schroeder put up at least 25 points and 10 assists in a playoff game. Listen to this: since Pistol Pete became the first Hawk to put up 25 points, 10 assists in a playoff game since Pistol Pete. That was an interesting stat right there. Hawks are out of it. But let's talk about this first series here, the Celtics versus the Wizards. We got our man Isaiah Thomas. Rest in peace to his sister. Seems like he is is more locked in right now. But John Wall is also locked in, along with Otto Porter, along with Bradley Beal. So what's your thoughts on this 1 versus 4 matchup?
I think it's going to be a great matchup. I just think Washington is rolling right now. Our last show, I told you, I think they're the only team in the East that really can challenge Cleveland. John Wall is showing he's one of the top point guards in the game. We saw the last game against Atlanta. He's playing in the crowd to Julio Jones and the Migos and telling them, man, this is my game. I'm going to win it. And he showed it. I mean, Otto Porter is playing out of his mind. The only thing I would say with Washington is their bench. Their starters are making 75 to 80% of their scoring, and you just can't do that, especially in the NBA playoffs. Teams are going to make runs, and they're going to get tired. Their bench has to show up somehow. Boston, of course, man, is playing with so much adrenaline right now. With the loss of Isaiah Thomas' sister, it's very hard right now for them, but they've come together. A.B. Bradley said it himself. He said, man, we have a leader in that guy, Isaiah Thomas, and they're showing it right now. It's going to be tough. Of course, they're playing tomorrow, and I think the funeral is today. So that's going to be very tough for them. Like I said, I still pick Washington. I just think John Wall is playing at an ultimate level right now. Like I said, he had a bet with Julio Jones. I'm hearing it was a few thousand. So he's definitely showing like he's worth it. And like I said, I think Washington will pull it out.
All right, we'll see there. I think in this matchup, I think with the Celtics really getting shook in that first round, I think they can definitely lose. And I think the hype of the Celtics is not as high anymore. It would with them getting that one, the target when it was on their back, and the Bulls came with it. They came with it every single game. And I'm going to have to agree with you. I'm going to have to go with the Wizards. I think this is John Wall's time. I think Bradley Beal's playing some good basketball. Do not sleep on Gortat. Gortat basically, whatever you want to say about Dwight Howard, he's soft, he can't play D, whatever you want to say, Gortat beasted on the great Dwight Howard that he was and that he should be. So do not sleep on Gortat. I'm going to have to go with the Wizards in that one. So I'm going to have to agree with you on that one.
Absolutely, man. I just think it's like you said, it's John Wall's time. Bradley Beal is approaching top 2-guard level. He's making shots. He's always known for a three ball shooter. Now he's getting into the lane. making teams collapse. And John Wall is even making jump shots now. Like I said, it